Hey, lovers! Welcome to the Book Lovers Club, the podcast where we celebrate Black Sapphic love stories, one book at a time. I'm your host, Joy, a married lesbian, lifelong book lover, and relational communication scholar. Here, we don't just read the romance, we learn from it. I believe that love stories can do more than just entertain us. They can teach us how to love better, how to see ourselves more clearly, and how to create the love life of our dreams. Each week, I'll dive into sapphic stories written for us and by us, while weaving in personal insights and communication lessons you can take off the page. So grab your drink, get cozy, and let's turn the page together. Welcome to the club. Hey, book lovers! Welcome back to another episode of the Book Lovers Club. And y'all, I have a special guest in the studio with me today, Author D.O. Robinson. I am a fan. I read her holiday novella this past December, The Holiday Truce, and that book was so good. I've been telling everybody about it. So
Yes.
I was thirsty to ask her to join me on my podcast, and she agreed. So she is here with me today. Welcome to the studio. Can you please introduce yourself and tell the listeners just a little bit about you?
Well, hello everyone. I'm Dee. I love long walks on the beach. I love the beach and I love the water, but sand and I struggle so much. We have a love-hate relationship with it. But I'm an ATL girl. I live in Atlanta. I was not born but raised, and so I am in ATL all day. I have been writing for many, many, many years, as lots of people say. But I published my first nonfiction book in 2024, and last year I published my first fiction book. So I'm happy to
So,
be here and excited to be here with you. And before you go, I wanted to thank you because when I wrote Holiday Truths, I did not expect what I got from it, and I owe a lot of that to you because you talked about the book and other people saw it because through you. So thank you so much.
well, thank you, because you found me on TikTok and then you commented on my post. So, that's part of the reason why I started this, because as a reader, I was having a really hard time finding Black Sapphic book recs. And there are some creators that really do cater to the community,
Hmm.
but I always feel like it's the same books. And I know it's more books than this. So I was having a hard time finding the authors and books to connect with. So when I made the post, sharing some of the recommendations that I found, and then you came on there and said, I write books. I'm like, well, I'm gonna check you out. And the book was so good. It was so good. So, I'm like, look, if I really like something, I'm gonna amplify it and let people know. But I just appreciate you for also commenting on the post and sharing your work, because it is difficult with the algorithm and
Yeah.
just knowing where to go to get good book recs. So, you coming on my post and sharing with me also helped me find you, which led us here today. So the appreciation is mutual because the
Well,
book is
thank
good.
you.
So thank you.
I have even more
So
Rex. So.
look, I was surprised to see that you also write fantasy. Like you mentioned, you
Mhm.
just published nonfiction. So, how many different genres do you dabble in?
Oh, I write everything,
Mm.
everything. I have a middle grade mystery series that came out last year. I have a psychological thriller that is gonna come out in October, and I don't know if you read What Happens at Sea. There's a little bit of, like, mystery in them, and I love fantasy. Fantasy is, like, my core genre. I love it, love it, love it, and my series is actually a queer series, but fantasy is my favorite.
I love fantasy.
Me too.
So, how long have you been dabbling in fantasy? How long have you been writing fantasy books?
This actually my series was my first fantasy that I published. And it started out as just a regular romance kind of romance, but I love witches. And I call in my book they're mages, but I love mages. And there's something sexy about it because my favorite is I love vampires.
Me
Um,
too.
I love vampires, and I love elemental magic because I love airbender, and so I researched a little bit of elemental magic and make it black. So that's where we are.
Honestly, anything vampires, I'm really gonna get sucked in. I love it. I'm a huge fan of I actually thought about starting a vampire-only book club where we just read
Ooh,
vampire books. Yeah,
oh,
I thought about that.
2 little things that I started writing last year that was sapphic vampire driven.
When are those gonna be done? I want that, please. No, for real. I want all the lesbian vampires. Everybody who
Oh,
knows me
yeah.
knows sapphic, lesbian, women loving women vampires are my weakness. I love them so bad. If you are writing those stories, please sapphic, lesbian, women loving women vampires are my weakness. I love them so bad. If you are writing those stories, please finish them and let me be a beta reader so I can read it before
Okay,
everybody.
I'll let you beta read it. I'll let you I have one of them is finished. I'll let you beta read it. I'll send it to you.
Please, and we can talk. I love vampires.
I
I'm
do
just
too.
shameless plug,
It's just
please,
something
anything.
so sexy about them, like, just
Yes.
they have swagger that's unparalleled to any other. Mm,
If you get propositioned by a vampire, you taking that eternity
yeah. That's
yeah.
what one of the stories is about.
Mm,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
Like, "Bite me, please,"
Ooh, I like that.
everywhere.
So that's the thing I don't like about some of the vampire stories. I feel like y'all aren't creative enough. The vampires can bite other places other than the neck.
It's
Cause
veins
I
everywhere.
would it veins everywhere. Cause I would be if I was a vampire. That's boring. Give me the thigh meat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Give me the what's it, the femoral vein
Yeah, like
down
come
there between the
on.
thighs. If you gonna be down there, that's where I wanna be bitten.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I know.
Said we said what we said. Yes.
Yes.
But we
Oh,
only give
please.
everybody ideas.
Oh, you're right. Cause I'm like, oh, let me take that down. Let me write notes. Let me write that down. Like you put it in the book first, cause look, we need that. So do you have any books that are coming up that you'll be publishing soon? Or any
Yes.
projects in the pipeline?
I have an April release that I'm gonna start and promoting today. It's a proto fantasy. It's a rom com. It's not sapphic, but it's a. I wrote it a long time ago, and it's cute. It's funny as fuck. I love it. She's an ATL girl. Everybody's an ATL. I love my city, so everything is ATL. She's a book editor at ATL, and she does something that causes the situation to pop off, and then she has to make some decisions along the way. I don't want to get too much, but she has to make some decisions along the way, and it gets a little spicy.
Ooh,
She has a
okay.
best friend in here that she talks to all the time about everything, and it's funny, and I cannot wait. But coupled with that, for some sapphic energy, I dabbled a little bit in doing like episodic short story. So each
Mhm.
episode is a connective piece to this story, and it's really, really smutty. But it's really, really mental play. Like my beta readers were finished with it and were like, I don't know what happened. Well, that's nasty. But what's next? So I'm sure people will be mad with me about it, but it's gonna be on my website only. It's not gonna be on Amazon because it's short. It's like
Okay.
I think it's like less than 15,000 words, but it's powerful and it is filthy.
Mm.
And it's called Acquiescent. Um, so I'm gonna start promoting that today too.
So what do you prefer to write? Like what are some of your favorite tropes to write and favorite genres to dabble in?
So I love to read enemies to lovers and forced
Me
proximity.
too.
Those are my favorite. I love angst and I love like tension. And so I
Yes.
think that because when I sit down to start a story, I'm not thinking about a trope necessarily. I'm kind of thinking about how I want the characters to react to each other. And sometimes it just kind of ends up being angry,
Mhm.
and they kind of secretly don't like each other, but do like each other. I don't know because what happens at sea, I don't know if they like each other or not. Not me and Nisha. I don't know if you read that one, but my main characters, I don't know if they liked each other. I still don't know if they like each other. But I know so what I am doing is plotting out the book after Micah and Lena. Um,
Okay.
and Nadia and Nisha are in that book, and they don't like each other in that book for sure. But I think that enemies is is my favorite, but definitely forced proximity. Like I like the angst, I like the tension, I like the because it just gives so much It's like a
Yes,
pull. I don't like sweet and sappy stuff unless I'm in the mood for it because I'm a heavy mood person. But
that's real.
I like angst, I like tension, and I think that's kind of and dark. I really love dark stuff. And
I
I
think
have gotten into reading a lot of dark, which has started spilling over into what I produce now, so,
but I think that's why I really like The Holiday Truce. There was a lot of tension in that one too, and
yeah.
some yearning. I love yearning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wanted it to have that because I don't like easy HEA. I like it to be hard. I like it to,
Yes.
like, have to do some work. I don't want the readers to know that they're gonna get together. Even if they, have the little sexual encounter, you still don't know if they're gonna get together.
I like when stories give me a plot twist where the couple you think is gonna end up together, you rooting for them, and then something happened. It's like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't know. I wasn't expecting that other person to slide in there, and
To
then it
slide
like
in there.
takes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like some of the sapphic romances are very cozy,
Yeah.
very nice, easy
Very nice.
HEAs, but real life is it's messy in these women loving women streets. It's so messy.
It's so messy. And I agree. I've read a lot of Sapphic last year. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was just uh, so heartfelt and sweet, and I enjoyed it, but I can't relate, so
Yeah,
that was hard. It was it was I like
yeah.
messy. I mean, I don't like my own life to be messy. I like to read messy.
Honestly, I think that we're all in a mood for some darker sapphic material,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
because dark romance is not my go-to genre, but I am a mood reader as well.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's what you want. It's certain things that happen in dark romances that I wouldn't be a fan of in real life, but they are exciting and
Yes.
titillating to read on a page.
Yes.
Okay? I love an unhinged main character.
I have
Okay?
found that I do too.
Mhm.
Mhm. 'Cause
Like the
I am
touch
new
her
to
and
dark
die?
romance. I
Yeah.
but, like and see, Touch Her and Die, I don't really care about. I like Do What I Say or Imma Whoop You. Like,
Ooh, I like that one too.
that's my favorite. What I have really been struggling with is I hate Daddy. I would DNF a story so quick if I hear Daddy 3 times in the same paragraph.
That's real. It's a lot of, people talking about like not yucking somebody's yum. We all
Mhm.
have things that we're interested in, and I think books allow people a safe space
They
to
do.
explore fantasies and kinks and things like that that they wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity or space or sometimes just the bravery to want to explore that in their real life, where the book gives you that space to act that out and live
Mhm.
that out. So I really appreciate that authors are doing that and including those things in the books and, providing that opportunity for those who need it.
And I also think it also kinda helps some work through a little trauma.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Okay, so let's talk about your writing process.
Okay.
So when did you first start writing and how has your writing like evolved over the years?
Well, I wrote a short story when I was 11 based off of a song by Cinderfella Dana Dane, but it's a rapper from the '80s. It's kinda telling the story of Cinderella, but he is Cinderella, and I wrote a little dirty story based off of that. So I'm gonna say that my writing has developed quite a bit. I still write dirty stuff, but after that, I did a blog. I had a blog. I used to have to write a blog for many years because I liked being creative, but from my point of view. So I kinda didn't write fiction. I've done a lot of nonfiction. I used to write a fitness blog, I wrote a lifestyle blog, and then I wrote a story, in 2006, 7, 8, a cute little romance with friends and stuff like that. I read a lot, and I believe that you can't write good stories or you can't write well unless you read a lot. I'm working on developing my smut writing and making it better. Wow.
That's the one thing I'll say that the spice scenes in the book of yours that I read, they weren't cringy. Like, it's been a lot of just conversation around the words that people use in the spicy scenes and in the smut, and as an author, how do you handle, like, the criticism of your work and, like, do the reviews impact you in that way?
So I got a bad review on, I don't even know if it was a review. I think it was just a star rating. She didn't even write a review. She wrote something dumb in the review, but it was a 2 star, and it hurt my heart. It hurt. It sucks. It really, really hurt, especially when you put, like, a lot of your energy and your time and your I put a lot into that because it wasn't something that I wanted to publish. I wrote that with a writing group. I don't know if you've seen, I guess, a series of 7 books. Mine is the only sapphic story, but I wrote that with my writing group that I was in, and our coach wanted us to publish.
Mhm.
And I had no intentions of publishing that story. I even rewrote it. And to get that kind of star rating, a 2 star, it hurt my heart. But I then read J.R. Ward. She is the queen of paranormal romance. She put out a book last November, I think. That is she does an anniversary story every so often, and she talked about reviews in her book and how reviews are not for authors.
Yeah.
Reviews are for readers. So don't be in that space. Don't go into that space. But I do go and look sometimes to see what my average is, but I
Yeah.
have stopped reading reviews because I don't want my feelings hurt. Because I know everything I write ain't for everybody.
That's real.
Um, and even if they are Black Sapphic readers, they may not like that I don't have an easy AGA. They want something to be wrapped up with a bow, and they rated it and reviewed it as such. So I just stopped reading them because it hurt. That one review hurt my heart. So I just don't read them anymore. I can't.
I feel that. So, I see you all as human,
Mhm.
and I have a lot of empathy for anybody who shares their art with the world because I'm an artist and a creator
Seems
at
like a
heart.
snitch.
Yeah, very serious and
Mhm.
sensitive about your shit. Because anybody who tries to do something knows how much work and energy and effort really goes into doing that thing and putting that thing out there, and I feel like some of the largest, biggest mouths and critics in the industry are people who don't
Who don't?
do anything creatively.
Who
Like,
don't?
no.
Yeah.
Who don't? Who
Yeah.
don't?
Yes.
Are you participating in any book events?
I am doing my first. I'm doing Conyers Book Festival, which is here in Conyers, which is like 25, 30 minutes outside of the city. There's a black woman-owned bookstore in Conyers called The Bookseller. She hosts the Conyers Book Festival. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd year, and I have a booth there, and I'm
Okay.
very excited about that. That's my first thing. I'm trying to get into staying in the A. I really wanna be in staying in the A. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Uh, but I have been, like, scary and apprehensive about signing up to do book stuff because I don't know what I'm new, you
Yeah.
know, um, and I'm just scared.
Understood.
Maybe next year I'll do Black Romance Book Festival. This will be my 2nd year volunteering. Are you going?
Yeah, I got tickets. I'll be
Okay,
there.
I'm volunteering, so I'll be there. So maybe next year I'll have a table. I feel brave enough to get a table and be a I just don't wanna be there, like, sitting at the table by myself.
I understand.
It's so
Look,
scary. It's so scary. But the only way I'm not gonna be sitting at the table by myself the year after that is if I sit at the table by myself the first
yeah, I understand. But evolution and growth, I see it for you.
Thank you.
I see it for you. So we gonna look, evolution and growth requires some discomfort,
So a
okay?
lot of discomfort,
A
and
lot of
that is
discomfort.
the season that I am okay with being in is discomfort. 'Cause I am tired of making other people's dreams come true. I wanna make my own dreams come
Ooh, that's a
true.
word.
Yes. I wanna
That's a
be
word.
my the 100,000-aire or millionaire or whatever. I wanna have one of those kinda years. So, and the way Imma do it is not get uncomfortable
I
and be
understand.
okay with them 2 stars and with somebody mad at me because I told them that ain't a sapphic book. No, that ain't it. No, but so, yes. And doing this, like, this was nervous for me too, like, it's okay if I'm you, like, if I'm the interviewer, I can do that.
Yes.
But talking about myself, it's hard. It's
Well, we're
hard.
really just having a conversation.
And I appreciate you got great energy. I love it.
Thank you.
You
Thank
feel
yeah,
like a
this
friend. I love it.
that's how I want to be perceived. I want y'all to come in here and we just having a conversation. That's
Yeah.
it. So I know you're newer in the book space. How has the community been? Like, how do you feel with the book community as an author?
Finding my readers has been hard. I spend a lot of time on Instagram, and that is not where my readers are. You guys are on the TikTok. So meeting you has definitely helped me find where my readers are, and that's been great. I feel like I'm being received, but I'm still being received. But it is being Black, being a woman, being writing sapphic stuff, and being new is challenging because my readers that I want, Black women, mature Black women over 25, or have their authors that they are used to reading, their comfort. And so trying new stuff is challenging for them because I feel the same way. It's hard for me to read new people. I don't know that name. I'm not gonna read her. And then I and not knowing or understanding marketing fully. And there's no way to fully understand it unless I went and got a degree in it. Like I took some classes in college about it, but doing that yourself is hard. But mm, I'm going to do it. Want to be seen, be heard. I don't want like Jacqueline J fame. Maybe I do want her fame. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna have her on Patreon. I'm gonna have her like I just got in her group after
Oh,
6
I'm in
months
there too.
after 6 months of waiting and rolling in there. And so I want that kind of energy from my readers, that kind of loyalty.
Yes.
I think that's what mainly what it is the loyalty, and that they come with me no matter what I write. Because all my stories aren't gonna be sapphic because I have had relationships with men, so I understand how those dynamics work, and, uh, but I want that kind of loyalty, so it's hard. It's hard. But the people I feel like I've been welcomed to get back to the answer. I feel like I I feel like, the reception has been pretty good. It's hard, but it's been good. I've gotten nice DMs from people. I've gotten really nice comments from people. I've gotten great page reads. I've met my page read goal each day.
Yeah.
Mhm, and that makes me happy.
Where can readers find more of your work?
Well, I am working on, like, not leaving, but having more things on my website.
Okay.
Particularly my short stories because I wanna make the money, I don't wanna give it to Amazon, so AuthorDRobinson.com is my website, which is where Acquiescent will be dropping eventually this month, and once I get out of this I forgot what they call it, where you have to have your book on Kindle Unlimited, Imma put my ebooks on there too. I already sell my paperbacks on there. Holiday Choose is on my website, but I'm also on Amazon. You can find me D.O.Robinson, and I'm on my social media, just D author. But
Alright.
I'm on TikTok now, thanks to you, which is I have no idea what that is. Author D underscore Robinson, I think, or author underscore D Robinson. I have no we can figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll tag it so
Okay.
that people can find it on my page. Yeah.
And on YouTube, I occasionally will post on my podcast is Once Upon a Tangent podcast. It's me and my, book bestie and my hobby bestie because I'm also a planner girl. I use a paper planner,
Oh, wow. I
and
love that.
so she and I have a book podcast that we perform on. She is my redheaded ivory to my light-skinned ebony. Uh, and then I have my own, which is vodka, just D vodka and living. I I do not post much of anything on there. I did do Vlogmas, but it's very hard for me to put my face on here. It's so hard. I'm learning. I'm getting better because I don't do editing. You get this.
I understand. Yes.
You get all of this. So
Yeah.
that's where I am. And at the house in the A or on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
I feel that. Like, I
Mhm.
like being on vacations. Me and
I
wifey
work
be
for a vacation.
outside.
I don't work to pay no
Yeah.
bills. I work to be on vacation.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, I enjoyed talking with you.
Thank
We
you.
need to do this again.
Yes.
Yeah, I
All the
enjoyed this.
time. I'm here. But
Yeah.
this has been great. I loved it.
Thank you for tuning in to the Book Lovers Club. If you love today's episode, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a chapter. And if you're feeling generous, leave a review because you know those reviews help other lovers find us. So if you want to keep this conversation going, please join me on Instagram or hop on over to Fable to join the virtual book club. And until next time, remember, the stories we read can help us write the love lives of our dreams. See you next Sapphic Saturday.